Chicken Talk!
With your hosts, Yisrael Mayor Merkin and Suki Silver of the RCCS Hockey Classic.
Alrighty, welcome back to podcast Pigeon Talk number
How many?
it's season 3 and
Yes.
it's episode 3.
3?
Yeah,
I
we
think
did
so.
one and then we had
We
Barry,
had Barry, and then yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So welcome back, guys. And congratulations to all those who wagered. Speaking of Barry Zoldi, all those who wagered against Team Canada.
Yes. Thank you for taking Barry's money.
Yes. How much was wagered?
How much was I think 15 grand in total was wagered, and I think
No.
Barry paid out.
No, it was 12,000 just from one donation.
I know.
It was just 15, really?
I think so. You know what? You know, maybe
I'm not gonna argue with
maybe
you.
we have to have Barry. Maybe we have to have Barry back on the podcast so he can tell us how much money he lost on this. But
We actually had someone who wagered 12,000, right?
Yes.
And then he won,
mhm.
and then he still gave the donation to Barry,
Exactly.
which is
Yes.
awesome.
Very
So all those who were nervous about the gambling, it's not
It was still
gambling
fun.
today.
It was still fun.
All right. Well, sorry, you came back from a pretty crazy trip this weekend. You wanted to discuss that?
Well, yeah, I mean, this past Sunday was the Chicago tournament. And because there was a slight, a little bit of snow that came into our area, things got, I guess, messed up a little bit. So the team, being a year part of Suki, and shout out to obviously Suki, unbelievable job. Shout out to Michelle Levy Brown, Nate Weinstock, Shiny Ribiat, and Goldie Ribiat for really, and I mean also Daniel Nimchinsky running it from afar and setting up the event. But the facts were that everyone had gone in for Shabbos, but the impending snow really derailed those plans to stay for the entire weekend. So Aaron Steyer and we flew out Motzei Shabbos, figuring we'd come in, sit back, enjoy a good hockey tournament. And when we got there, nobody was there. So it fell all on our shoulders. Aaron, myself, Chucky, and our guest, who's going to be coming on very shortly, Moshe Nissenbaum, to run an unbelievable tournament. It really, really was.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
I mean, just to clarify for those who are trying to figure out what happened, there was a hockey tournament in Chicago last week, and our very own Daniil Nimchinsky, aka Nims, had a baby, so
Mazel
he
tov.
was not able to make it due to Shalom Zachar responsibilities. So I was there for Shabbos along with Moshe and Nate, and which will be featured on a podcast soon. You guys will meet them. And my wife was actually traveling internationally, so I had to be back in time for this snowstorm. Otherwise, it would be stuck in Chicago like you were until Monday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually the first hockey tournament that I missed since I joined RCCS in 2019.
Wow.
I have not missed a hockey tournament, and it was not easy. It was not easy to miss it. Yeah, it was pretty wild. And as I'm doing this Zoom, I just got notified we have 10 minutes left.
With the minutes left,
Which is great. So let's just let's jump right
into it.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay, so welcome the man, the myth, the legend, Moshe Nissenbaum, who has been running RCCS Chicago Hockey, LA fundraising, North Miami Beach, Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit. While you're at it, right? We're on Detroit,
Toronto as well.
Toronto, and yeah, the tallest man at RCCS, I think, taller than Herschel and Ellie. I think so. He's got to be.
Oh, and
No, Daniel, you're not
Nims
tall.
thinks that he's tall. All right, we are. Hello.
There's no way.
Now we have like 6 minutes left. We're not wasting time. Okay, yeah.
Hi, Moish.
What's up, Moish?
Oh, look at that. Moish is on screen.
Hey guys, what's going on?
You're doing amazing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do out there in the Midwest?
So, I mean, out here in the Midwest, as far as the snow, we're used to that snow. What the East Coast got, I do feel bad, but we do get that quite more often. Yeah, I've been fundraising here in the Midwest, the West Coast I'm with RCCS for almost 10 years now in June.
Just to confirm on that note, You have been at the organization longer than Merkin, right?
Even longer than me.
Yes,
Maishi predated me a few months.
So
correct.
technically, you have more
Seniority,
seniority.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, but wait a second. Hold on. I have more white hairs.
That
Okay?
sounds like a you problem.
It might be a me problem, but I'm just saying, but my battle scars are more visible, let's put it that way.
Oh gosh, wow. So Moish is the
I
longest.
think Isobel came with more white hairs, but that's a different thing.
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
That's not true for Shalom. With
Yeah, no, I came in with a black beard, yo. That's not, but I think
To be honest,
I'm gonna go on my Google Photos, try to find it. Yeah, okay.
so Moish, so tell us. So you've been at RCCS now for 10 years, and
Almost.
wow. When you first got hired, did you
Um,
think you'd be running a Chicago hockey tournament?
nope,
It
never.
wasn't in the plans.
But thanks to Somer and the rest of the staff,
Had other
for
plans.
pulling this together. But yeah, we just had our 8th Chicago hockey tournament this past Sunday,
Wow.
and it was a
Jesus.
tremendous success. And we got to give credit to the staff that worked from afar, and for the staff that was there hands on throughout the day, Sunday.
So what would you, if I had to ask you, compared to the other hockey tournaments, what makes Chicago hockey tournament special? And you've been to the other tournaments, you've been to the New York one. What is it like to run a hockey tournament that's more, I don't know, I guess more contained, for lack of better words?
I guess
So I've been to the New York tournament. To be honest, I've never been to the Florida tournament or the Toronto tournament yet. However, the Chicago tournament, it's always, I don't want to be biased, but it's always an awesome tournament when it's more localized, more centrally localized for me. It's the Midwest.
That's true.
The number of players like you said, it's obviously more contained in Chicago. There's 5 teams, and
Is there like a Chicago-Detroit rivalry, or is that
so
a thing?
it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
You
I
think
think
it
we could
still
take
is?
this.
Okay.
We could take it. We could talk more about this offline. But one year we did have a Detroit team one year.
Sure.
There's still every year we always have Detroit guys. Shlomo Radner every year comes in, and there's usually a bit more of a Detroit presence. This year we just had the Radner brothers, but yeah, Detroit definitely does add to some degree.
What was the name of that
Hockey.
Detroit team that won? Was that Peaks?
Peaks.
Wow.
Team Peaks Healthcare.
So it was a Detroit team, and it was sponsored by a company out of
Aaron
Denver.
Katz. Aaron Katz is a Detroit boy who now lives in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Works for Peaks. So yeah, he was a sponsor for that team. Put together a team from Detroit, and they actually won the championship.
It's amazing. It's funny, like we talk about a Detroit-Chicago rivalry. If you look at the website right now, there's a little rivalry that's been going on for the past 5 years between Florida hockey and Chicago hockey. In terms of numbers, I know that this year Florida hockey took a big jump to 946,000. Chicago took a
Today,
minimum $50,000 jump to date to 850. So one would think, right, that Florida has the edge, but how many teams does Chicago raise 850 with?
Chicago has this
Are
past year
you really going there?
75
How many-
players with
Oh
5
my
teams.
gosh, you
75
just
players
poked a
inside
very big
So
bear.
let me ask you a
Yes,
question.
yeah,
Let me ask you a question.
yes, sir.
So for 946 in Florida, how many teams do you have there?
I think there are 75. No, I think this year we had 10 teams.
10 teams, how many players?
Oh, 160.
160. So seven, let's do the quick math. So if you
Are you prepared? Wait, are you really prepared to go there?
Yeah,
Okay, good. No problem.
So I hear. So yeah, this year,
Pigeon Talk has officially gone off the rails.
$850,000 in Chicago. It's incredible.
Yes.
It's my,
Mhm.
one of my favorite tournaments.
How much time we got?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I missed it. It's a beautiful facility, probably the nicest one that we use over there, Robert Crown. They're very accommodating there. We actually originally started the hockey tournament going to Robert Crown,
Mhm.
and then they not renovated, they knocked it down, made a brand new one. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. If you are looking to join another hockey tournament and you want to raise double, by all means, join the Chicago tournament. It's a lot of fun. The swag there is the best.
Or by the way, or if you're trying to get into a tournament, I mean, right now we've
But if you're trying to get into the tournament, you're probably not watching this podcast. But if you know someone who's trying to get into the tournament,
so
yeah,
that's also cool.
definitely let them know. Chicago always has some slots available,
Mhm.
easier to get in.
Correct.
But Mike, let's talk about you and RCCS Hockey Classic in New York, Florida, and Canada. There seems to be a big, big update for our tournament. Mike is joining. Mike is joining the tournament on a fundraising level. Somewhere you want to speak to that?
Yeah, my obviously has extensive experience working with players. You know, the proof is in the success of the Chicago Classic. And as the tournament grows this year, we're already at 28 teams, 500 players. Florida hopefully is going to grow. Canada's going to grow. It's a lot. And if there's one thing that we value here at the RCCS hockey tournament, it's the players. And sometimes when you have a lot of players, a lot of teams, your bandwidth is limited. So being on Maish to be able to help and take his Chicago success to the other tournaments, be able to connect with the players, you really give the players that white glove service that we want to be able to make sure everyone has. I think Maish is going to fill that role tremendously.
Yeah, so just to explain it much, I want you to talk about it for a second. But basically, Maish is going to be joining on there's 500 players, obviously, like Sommer said, and it's just too much to handle at the same time. So a lot of you have probably gotten phone calls ready from Maish. If you haven't, you may be getting soon. Maish, you excited?
I'm thrilled. It's very exciting. It's great. Looking forward to this. And yeah, those of you who haven't heard from me yet, stay tuned.
That's exactly right. Stay tuned. So, and I hear you might be flying in for some exhibition games to meet some of the
Looking
players.
forward.
Nice. What swag are you wearing over there? To show the boys
I'm
what they
actually
don't get.
wearing the new quarter
Yes, yeah.
zip from the Chicago tournament,
That's nice.
sponsored by
You have the
Propay.
robe? Propay. That's awesome. Yeah, so just to remind everybody that the swag in Chicago is by far superior to any other tournament. But anyway, much looking forward. Thanks for jumping on. Guys, let's continue raising. We're at $1.7 million right now, closing in on 4 million for the entire tournament.
Mhm.
How many weeks we got left?
Almost 9.
9 weeks
Yeah.
with Pesach in between. So guys, let's step on it. We got a lot of patience relying on us.
Mhm.
And yeah, Moish, thanks. Looking forward, man.
Awesome.
Looking forward.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having me on.